Hi, welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV. Remember to give us 2 thumbs up, we'd like that. Or on Twitter, twitter.com/Mac Jackson Jr. Also on LinkedIn. Find me on LinkedIn, do a search Mac Jackson Jr. Here in Las Vegas, live Fridays, 3 p.m. on WCOBM.TV. In this segment, we call it the Green Energy Technology. Wow. This is one of my favorite segments, folks, because this is exciting. This is fun stuff. We're not talking about sad things, serious stuff here. We're talking about lots of productive things, especially electric cars, electric vehicles, and IoT. What is IoT? The Internet of Things. How are all of these electronic devices converging and communicating together to make our way of life more exciting and more adventurous? That's what IoT is, folks, and that's what we talk about here on Technology Review. But first, we'll talk about electric bikes. What is electric bikes? Well, think of your mountain bike right now that you pedal up a hill and down a hill and through the valleys like we do here in Las Vegas, going through Red Rock Canyon, right? Those of you who live here, we know that. We can take Charleston and wrap it all around the Blue Diamond. Nice ride, especially when the weather is great, not really hot when the weather is good. Wouldn't it be nice to have a bike that has a powerful electric motor on the back wheel? Give you a nice smooth pedaling assist, allow you to take that longer ride in your bike, on a bike that is. Definitely electric bikes, something to look at. And I do have a couple electric bikes I'd like to recommend that you do a Google search on and check out the YouTube page or maybe my Facebook page for information on it. They consist of, there's one called the OptiBike. OptiBike is a really nice looking bike. It's different, futuristic bike. And we have the high power cycles, high trek cycles, and nice wheels. These bikes range in prices anywhere from $19,000 to $13,000. Now that might be a lot for pedal assist bikes, but folks, these bikes you can get anywhere between 30 to 100 miles on a simple charge, right? 30 to 100 miles on simple charge, and state regulators, depends on where you're at, you can ride your bike around 25 miles an hour, somewhere between 21 and 25 miles per hour, depends on the state you're in. Anything after that, well, it may be considered a motorcycle bike. And some of these bikes, if they were jailbroken, as they say, if you jailbroke these bikes, you can probably get them up to 50 miles an hour. I thought I saw a video with one about 50 miles an hour electric bike. But no, you definitely need to check these out. A couple of bikes I recommend. One is called the Add Motors. Add Motors is a really nice bike. Definitely check that out. That's Add Motors at addmotors.com. You'll like that bike. There's also, let's see, Flex Wheels, yes. Flex Wheels and Flex Bikes. Some really good electric bikes, so definitely check those out. Electric cars. In our electric car segment, I'd like to talk to you about a few new electric cars that have hit the market. We've been talking a lot about the Chevy Bolt. That's Chevy Bolt, spelled B-O-L-T. Chevy Bolt is really the first car that's hit the market that's under $35,000 now, under $35,000 that you can ride about 238 miles on a single charge. 238 miles on a single charge for under $35,000. That's amazing. Now you add in your federal and state tax incentives, and you can probably get this car for under $20,000, folks. That's pretty amazing. Under $20,000 to $25,000 for an electric vehicle, give you 238 miles per charge. It's really good. It's really, very good. So definitely check out the Chevy Bolt at a Chevy dealership near you. A few years ago, there was a car that came out. It was one of my favorites, one of the first electric cars that hit the market, and it looks like a sports car, but it was a sedan. So you have a 4-door sedan shaped like a sports car. The name of the car was the Fisker Karma from Fisker Motors. Well, in 2013, the company dissolved and was no longer in business, and they had to do something else differently. Well, the company has made a comeback, and it's now called Fisker, and they have an automobile called the Fisker Emotion. Fisker Emotion. Very nice. Doesn't have the problems of the previous predecessors. In other words, when the Fisker Karma came out, it was a car that had an electric generator built into the vehicle, but it was very smoky, and you can tell when it turns on as you're driving, the battery power goes down, electric engine comes on, you can feel that there was a generator on in the car. The newer one is much, much different. They've changed and fixed those problems, and a nice smooth transition between the two. So definitely suggest you check out the look of that. That's from Fisker Emotion. That's Fisker Emotion. Definitely check that one out. Other ones are the Tesla, of course, one of the major car manufacturers that I speak a lot about on this show. Tesla, there's a Tesla Model S, the Model X, and the Model 3. They're also coming out with a Model Y, which will be another version of the SUV, a little bit bigger, and I understand the price is going to be less. Just like the Model 3 now, it's looks like a baby version of the Model S of Tesla for $30,000, folks. That's right, the Model 3. The Model 3 now is $30,000. But the problem, folks, that last year people put down their reservations, their $1,000 reservations for the vehicle, and they were able to reserve their Tesla Model 3, and now they're starting to be shipped in 2018. Well, those of you who want to order one today, it's going to take you a longer time to get one. Whereas the Chevy Bolt is available now. It's not as sexy as a Model 3, but it is efficient, and at 230 miles to a charge, that's really good. You can see in the future that a lot of car manufacturers are coming up with their version of the electric vehicle that will give you longer driving range, anywhere from 200 to 300 miles on a charge. And the new manufacturers are looking to have faster charging stations. That's right, folks. You can charge a car for like 30 minutes. From 5 to 30 minutes. That's right. And get about 80% of the battery between 5 and 30 minutes. That's huge. So there are more and more stations or charging stations being put together around the world and also around the country, places you can go to get your car charged as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. I believe that the Volvo is coming out with their version of electric vehicle here in 2019, and understand that they're looking to manufacture after 2019 any more gas-powered cars. It's going to all be electric. Something to think about, folks. Electric cars are definitely here to stay. Elon Musk and their investors have come up with a great idea of introducing the public again to electric vehicle and bringing out cars like the Tesla that have made manufacturers look up and think that there's a market for it. So we're going to promote more electric vehicles on our roadway. Definitely stay tuned for that from the Tesla. The other point I want to talk about today is IoT. We'll take a minute or two to talk about IoT. What is IoT? The Internet of Things. I was privileged, I call it a privilege, to speak over at the Switch Innovation Center here last month regarding IoT. I did a presentation, a keynote presentation called The Rise of the Internet of Things. And it was really exciting for me to talk about it, folks, because what it is, folks, it is the convergence of all electrical appliances in your home. It's predicted by 2025 that there will be billions, folks, of third-party electrical devices in your home that are interactive and talking to each other. In other words, sensing data from other environmental activities in your home, and also giving out information. So it's to transmit and to receive information in your home and then present it to you in databases that you can use it for entertainment, for security, and the like. It's things like that, folks, things like that we can look for into the future that we can have for automation. And that's a part of the Internet of Things. Think of it as your security system. Your security system, your music, your lighting, all of it, all interconnected. Your garage door opener, your thermostat, all interconnected, and you can control it from your smartphone. Having all this information controlled from your smartphone to have your house look lived in. And also the video recording. It's a company called Ring. I like to throw that in there. They're a very good, very good company. Look at the Ring devices, folks. You'll be amazed by them for security. Anyways, that's our show we have for you this week, Technology Review. I have to thank everybody, Vernon Dixon also for joining us regarding Bitcoin and alike, and all those folks and fans of our show that are listening to Technology Review. Thank you for being a part of it. Look forward to having you here every Friday at 3 p.m. on WCOBM.tv. Again, folks, protect your credit, protect your privacy out there. We will see you next week. Stay tuned for Michelle Davis here. Have a good weekend, folks. Ciao.